approaching the Ionic balance prep point now is Antanas Jazbutis.
Very experienced fighters, pretty much fought the who's who in UK MMA. Once fought Brad Pickett, fought Graham Turner, the list went on and on.
Absolutely out a very good camp there as well. Trojan, you can see him being accompanied to the cage there by the new Bellator signing, Mark Godbeer, as well as Sam Mensah. Another good UK light heavyweight, recently beaten on Bama by Scotland's own Rob Truesdale, an SFC alumni.
A lot of build-up for this fight.
Yes, British record 12-12.
The record truly doesn't affect his fighting potential, because he has fought so many experienced and top-notch fighters,
including Scotland's Graham Turner.
Exactly.
Lost a three-round decision there.
High in the UK and European featherweight rankings.
Always brings it, comes to fight.
Robert Styles crazy, the guy is good everywhere. I train with him every day, twice a day. He's just so talented. Rob's making a good run at it. He's dedicated his full life to training 2 times a day, most days.
Of course, moved over to the Grip House fairly recently, in the last sort of 18 months. And he said he's shown incredible improvement every day since then, training with all the guys there, including yourself, Donnie, of course.
Robert plays a big role in the training in the mornings. There's a lot of stuff Rob has created himself and actually showed to a lot of the members of the team. He's so talented with a lot of his skills. He's got a lot to show.
Absolute monster, of course, incredibly strong.
A win for either of these fighters would be massive.
Yep.
A big win for Robert, and if Jazbutis could pull it off, it'd be a massive win for himself.
Whiteford, of course, looking to break into the UK rankings provided by Your MMA. Looking to break into the top 20 there. Yes, Jazbutis could do the same with a victory here. Like you say, fought everybody. Very game fighter. Fully expect both guys to meet in the middle here and really go for it. This is my prediction for fight the night if I had one. Awesome fights coming up, obviously, but I think this one could well steal the whole show.
I think you're quite right. Everybody that I've spoken to has always mentioned about Robert's fight with Jazbutis. It could be one of the most exciting.
Robert, a southpaw, of course, lands a nice right there. Jazbutis immediately clinches. Robert pushes him against the cage. Quite strange to see Jazbutis clinch there, actually. I saw his recent fight at Bama where he lost a very controversial decision to Dale Hardiman. And he was throwing a lot of spinning, crazy kicks.
I have heard that's his style. He likes to be unpredictable.
Yep. Throws a lot of spinning heel kicks. He's knocked somebody out, one of those. Don't see Robert Whiteford giving him the space to be able to do that. Whiteford from a judo background, where his immense strength comes from. Good head position here from Jazbutis though.
Yes, he's keeping his head in tight. Usually Robert dominates a lot in this position. Yes, he is holding him very tight. Beautiful takedown from Robert.
Gets it to the floor inside control, in half guard, but Jazbutis uses the butterflies there to get back to his feet. Takes a few shots on the way up.
Nice punching. Jazbutis has done very well to get back up to her. It's definitely not easy to get up when Robert Whiteford is holding you down. I can vouch for that. Jazbutis done very well to get up.
Whiteford on quite a tear just now. Record now up to 6-2. Wasn't able to enter the cage at on top 4. He was supposed to be fighting Nicolas Joannes, unfortunately, on pretty much the day of the fight. The day before the fight, became very unwell.
He'd been very unwell for a week before that fight, I'd heard, but obviously Robert's the type of person who doesn't like to pull out the fights. He wanted to fight, but he truly wouldn't have put across his best performance if he'd fought against a top level fighter in Joannes.
He's currently got Jazbutis up against the cage. The Lithuanian Jazbutis is now fighting out of Trojan in London. grabs out the grip house branch of the Dinky Ninjas. He's looking to reap the leg there. Good takedown defence from Jazbutis so far, considering how good we know that Rab is in the clinch.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Obviously, he's still got his back up against the cage, but he's making Robert work hard to keep him there.
The fact that his back's not on the mat is, I think, very impressive in itself.
I would agree. Nice knee from Robert.
In the corner, Rab Whiteford, of course, his grip house Dinky Ninja compadres Dean Riley and Paul McVeigh.
Nice left hand from Robert. He's went for the knee.
Shot to the groin there. Completely accidental, of course, but I think he must have caught him really clean, because I think that was the knee that caught him.
It was a big knee from
It was a
Robert. Just had to
powerful
land
knee.
in the wrong place. Happens in fighting.
I really hope we get to see this fight continue, because that one looked like it connected clean in the crown jewels.
Robert acknowledging it was an accident, obviously.
Yeah, like you say, completely
there's
unavoidable.
no intent. It happens a lot with kicks, knees. I've seen people get punched. It happens. There's no avoiding it sometimes. They're just there and it hits.
Jazbutis will have 5 minutes to recover, plenty of time, and knowing how game a guy is, I'm sure, even if he's still in pain, every man, of course, will be sympathising with him greatly at the moment. Well, I don't think we've all felt a shot as hard as that to the groin right enough, but
It looks like the pain that he took there sunk in pretty quick. Usually when I take one of them, it takes a couple of minutes to come in, then I feel like I need to fall over. Just luckily for him, it's came in quick. He does have 5 minutes to recuperate, which I'm sure he will, because he is a seasoned veteran.
yeah, I'm sure he's taken a few of those. I don't know if he's taken a flying knee right enough. Rob McCrum once again our referee for this bout between Robert Whiteford and Antanas Jazbutis, 66 kilograms.
I see Rob McCrum actually just told Paul McVeigh and Dean Riley to be quiet. He gave them the nursery sign of shush.
Of course, they can't give advice to Robert Whiteford. Robert Whiteford not in the corner. But Rob McCrum can only do limited amounts of stuff to stop the corner team shouting over advice, of course. Some experience there from Riley and McVeigh. Antanas definitely keen to continue the looks of things, but just also keen to make sure he's not going back in half hurt.
He's entitled to take as much recovery. Some people just, it takes a longer time. He's entitled to take 5 minutes. Makes no difference to any fighter. They're not tired. It's just happened. Middle of the first round.
Nice show of respect. Straight away they get right back into it.
Big right hook again. He's working that right hook quite a lot tonight. Jazbutis really needs to keep that left hand high.
Fighting the southpaw is a fight for footwork.
Haven't seen too much spinning attacks from Jazbutis. Maybe he knows about Robert's wrestling and judo takedowns, so maybe he's not going to leave himself vulnerable for that.
To be fair to Jazbutis as well at Bama, he did pick his times quite well. You know, he didn't just kind of come out throwing them constantly, but when he threw them, he really put it. You know, he really convicted to them. He didn't just throw them gently. He really went for it.
Nice leg kick from Robert Whiteford.
Jazbutis seems to be trying to get Whiteford to the floor here. Actually tried to catch that kick there, and he's been quite keen to clinch with him. Perhaps Jazbutis has seen something on the floor that he's looking to exploit.
Could be. Sometimes a lot of wrestlers.
Whiteford has a slam.
Nice
Lovely.
big takedown. Kept all of his weight on top of Jazbutis when he took him down. Takes a bit of gas away from the fighter.
See exactly how to grapple there. Whiteford sticking to him like glue, giving him very little space to manoeuvre. Solid work from Jazbutis though, you've got to say. Although his arm does appear to be trapped there, he's got it free. Robert Whiteford has shown some of the most fearsome ground and pound I've ever seen in the flesh, or anywhere really. UFC, local level, Bellator, anything.
I'm a lot happier to see it rather than feel it the way I usually do.
Up against David Galbraith on top one. knocked him out in absolutely brutal fashion. It was one of the few times I've really been concerned for one of the guys in the ring, in the cage, sorry.
I wasn't there that night, but I have seen it in video. Robert really can hit hard for his ground and pound.
That was some guard as well. He knocked out David there. Some fearsome right hand. Really got to watch. Solid first round there from Whiteford. Home fighter, and you've got to say I think he's 10-9 up based on that one.
I would say he took the round. Obviously Jazbutis done well to defend the takedowns, that he did stay up and obviously get back to his feet.
Yeah, he has put some solid work defensively, but like you say, it's defensively, it's not the cage control.
There's a lot of intent with Robert strikes as well. You can see how much he's putting into each punch. Obviously that will take a little bit of the gas away, but Robert can pretty much throw them all day.
Second round about to get underway. Rob McCrum, the referee. Blue trim around the gloves, Antanas Jazbutis. And just to be nice and confusing, blue shorts, Robert Whiteford. Red trim around the gloves is Robert Whiteford. Jazbutis setting up the takedown attempt with a nice 1-2. He's now clinching Whiteford up against the cage. Looking to land some knees. Maybe take away some of the power from Whiteford's takedowns. Nice work there on the exit from Robert Whiteford, and he lands a right. And now he's unleashing furious right hands.
Now he's on top looking to land strikes.
Seen him do something similar up against Johnny Goodall at a show over in Headhunters over at Edinburgh, where he landed about 37 strikes, not one of them was a left. Every single one was a right hand, and pretty much every single one landed right on Johnny Goodall's chin, unfortunately for Johnny.
Nice guy that Johnny is, but sometimes it happens. Robert's nice left elbow there by Robert.
Whiteford controlling position very
Rob's
well here and unleashing. Got to watch that
strong
knee there.
Ground and pound. Rob McCrum's taking a good look at this.
Antanas is saying that his eye's getting hurt.
I think he got hit in the eye.
Very strange situation there. Antanas is sort of dropping his guard and saying I get hit in the eye. I'm glad Whiteford didn't follow up with a punch there. The referee hadn't stopped it.
I don't know if it was the knee. Robert threw a knee. I thought it landed in the body, but
he definitely did throw a knee there. It was around the head area. I don't know if it landed. It didn't look like it landed hard, but if it was thrown, then of course Jazbutis should have had 5 minutes to recover. But he's got that now. I don't think it did any damage. I think Jazbutis is more just sort of upset that McCrum didn't step in whenever the knee was thrown.
Usually if that does happen to you, if you're in a position where you've had an illegal strike, you do expect the referee to jump in, you don't expect to have to moan about it. But I don't think Rob noticed it, because not a lot of people did. Rob's obviously having to have a word with Robert. I don't think Robert's just not that type of person. He's no malice. He'll touch gloves, he'll always say sorry.
It's crazy. We say he's one of the most vicious and sort of fearsome fighters in Scottish MMA, but he is so relaxed when he fights. He's not one of those to get really angry and all worked up when he fights, you know. He walks in there and he's nice and calm and composed. You don't see him getting upset about much. He just goes in there and does his job. Nice counter right there.
Jazbutis had a big swing there. Robert's got to make sure his hands are up.
Attempting that straight left. Jazbutis staying very crouched. He's obviously worried about the takedowns from Whiteford. Very low stance. Bent knees. Jazbutis coming in with that straight again, and Rob countering with that right hook. Jazbutis maybe deciding it's time to start throwing those spinning crazy kicks that we spoke about, that he's so far been reluctant to throw. Nice body shot there from Jazbutis.
Pace has slowed down a little bit.
Both guys seeking
Big
their
right
opportunity.
hook from Robert.
Lovely duck under from Jazbutis.
Good defence from Jazbutis.
I think both guys are biding their time here, looking for that big strike that could prove pivotal. Both standing in front of each other. You don't see this often in UK MMA. Generally, one guy is always looking to get the fight to the floor, thinking he's got an advantage there. But
even at that, usually one guy moves away, tries to get the other guy to counter, but both seem to be standing in the same position, waiting to see who's going to do what.
Rob McCrum just stopping the fight for a short second there to get rid of some of that red tape that seemed to be coming off a little bit.
Looked like Robert was going to throw a knee and pulled it back.
Both guys loading up big punches. Very few straight shots been thrown here. Good movement from Jazbutis. Nice footwork to cut off the cage though from Whiteford. Keep him on the outside and control the centre of the cage. And keeping with the rest of the fights tonight at Vision 3 Uprising. Not an easy one for
left
judges.
Hand from Rob. Inside leg kick. Jazbutis seems very calm for the strikes that have landed. He seems like he is a seasoned vet.
I don't think anything's landed too big so far. I think it's all been fairly tame, both the strikes that each guy have landed.
Even at that, when you're getting punches thrown at you that vicious, some people you'll get a reaction from.
Nice shots from Jazbutis. Clinches Whiteford up against the cage. 10 seconds remaining in the round. Nice work from Whiteford to reverse the position there.
Good round. I think they were both feeling each other, striking it a bit there. Still a lot of action. Very entertaining fight.
A very close fight, but I think you've got to say that Rab has edged both those rounds so far. He's done a good job of controlling where the fight takes place. First round, of course, did some great work there. Not landed anything too significant. Jazbutis really still in the fight. Expect him to open up here. His corner team there, of course, expertly coached by Mark Godbeer, new Bellator signing, and Sam Mensah, Trojan fighter. A very good team from down south. Interesting to see his tactics if he opens up with those kicks that we talked about, the repertoire of kicks that he has in his arsenal, or if he sticks to the same sort of game plan and tries to keep implementing that. I think you've got to say he needs a finish here to be able to win the fight, whereas Robert Whiteford really just needs to go out and keep doing what he's doing.
I think that's it. I think Jazbutis' probably needed to be a bit urgent there, tell him to really get after it this third round. And in Rab's corner, they've probably told him to do the exact same.
Jazbutis does have finishing power, so do not think that this one is all over, folks. Nice right from Whiteford to begin the round. Both guys having real trouble landing on each other when striking. Both their defences very good. Footwork excellent, good head movement. And you see Jazbutis looking for the takedown again there. Trying to clinch with a very strange strategy to employ whenever you consider what's went on in the first two rounds, Donny.
Big takedown. It is a strange strategy because obviously he was on his back for the times when Robert took him down, so maybe he's trying to see how Robert would react on his back. Big punches here.
Jazbutis has got himself in a bad position here, he's got to watch. Whiteford just using it to land some shots. Throws a vicious right straight there, but doesn't land. Very smart fight from Whiteford so far.
It is. He's not leaving himself open too much. He's been wary of the takedown, and he's putting incredible shots when he needs to. He's not throwing everything at once.
Obviously fans watching would like to see him go out and just wing punches and throw leather, but at the end of the day, he's a professional fighter. He's got to go out there and get the victory first, and that's exactly what he's done so far.
Obviously he could come out and get into the war, but it's dangerous against a guy like Jazbutis. He's got to really stick to his game, be smart, and that's exactly what he's doing, and that's why he's up. I would say he's up on the judges' cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Some decent counter-striking there from Jazbutis though. He's still very much in the fight. Still plenty of time left in this round for him to do something. And he's still moving very well. Both guys looking really fresh. Clearly they've both got excellent conditioning. I think something Rab's done incredibly well here is make Jazbutis fight at his pace. Jazbutis usually is coming out, throwing those spinning kicks.
I think that's Rob's controlling the octagon a lot better than Jazbutis is. Jazbutis is, it seems like he's waiting a lot, and he's waiting for Rob to come in and throw the counter strikes, whereas Robert's going in when he needs to, and it seems like he's being more aggressive and pushing the pace.
Both guys still looking for that big punch.
One strike.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's both the styles.
Yeah, like neither have really went out and just tried to land a strike, you know, that isn't thrown with vicious intentions. This fight really could end in an instant, even though we're in the third round here. There's one of those kicks.
Nice body shot with Robert there.
Both guys just winging punches. If one of these lands, this fight is over.
Both guys have got serious power. This could end.
It's a shame we don't have another 2 rounds in this one. There's a nice kick, question mark kick from Jazbutis. Faking the front
kick. Seems like Jazbutis is really just winging that overhand. Every time Robert comes in, all Robert looks like he needs to be wary of is the overhand. That's what Jazbutis has thrown quite a lot. As soon as Rob steps in, he's thrown the right overhand quite a lot.
Impressive right counters.
Spinning back
Rob.
fist.
Nice duck under from Jazbutis. Both guys' striking defence is fantastic. That's the reason that this fight has not ended up in the vicious, brutal war that we were expecting it to. They're both very talented. Nice left from Whiteford. And
nice leg kick.
Not long remaining in this fight. Can Antanas Jazbutis, nice.
Big left uppercut.
Can Jazbutis come back and win this one? Double jab from Whiteford. Whiteford's always had power, but been very impressed here with his boxing skills. 10 seconds to go. Whiteford tells him to bring it on. Let's go. And throws some vicious punches.
Big punches from Robert.
Jazbutis thinks about the spinning kick there, and the fight is over. Solid performance from Robert Whiteford. Went out there and executed the game plan, seems to perfection. It was me, I think it's a 30-27. Of course, we are not the judges, but that's the way it seemed to go. Robert Whiteford motioning for a belt round his waist there. Featherweight champion, of course, Martin Svensson.
That could be an interesting fight to see.
That would be really interesting to see.
Because I know Robert could go for the 5, and he would definitely go for the 5 rounds. He wouldn't slack, he'd go for it. And he certainly would be a difficult person to take down if Svensson tried. And
of course Svensson with that humongous reach and height advantage. Be interesting to see if Rab could chop him down, if the hammer could chop him down. Over to John Lamb for the official decision. It's been delayed by Robert Whiteford needing his sponsor t-shirt. Poor corner manning from Paul McVeigh there not to bring it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a half-hour contest, the winner by unanimous decision from the Naked Ninjas fighting Griphouse
As expected, the hammer wins. Solid victory there. Really good stuff from Robert Whiteford. Showed tremendous boxing skills throughout. Great performance in our third pro fight of the evening at Vision 3 Uprising.